Oh, Indiana.
Nice.
People are from all around.
They are. So here we are at Tuckaleechee Caverns. And I was gonna use my brand new lav mics and recorder for audio, but your boy forgot to bring some crucial connectors. So we're just on naked GoPro today, but it'll still be fun.
I'm gonna try to be really loud.
So we get our first look. Aside from the sign, it's a pretty unassuming place. Tuckaleechee is the largest and highest rated cavern east of the Mississippi. It also has the tallest underground waterfall, known as Silver Falls. The building is retro in the Googie style. Hope it's warmer underground than it is out here. Oh, it's warm in here. And of course it's got a gift shop. Books for children, as well as more adult-oriented, informative reading. Kinds of books. And a nice display of artifacts.
Steve, I'm going to get these two on this next one as well.
Yeah.
All right.
Where are you from?
Columbus, Georgia.
So are these all things found in the cavern?
Go
These
right
are
over there.
actually
Go
found
that young man
St.
right
T.
there.
River in South Carolina.
Oh, fun. We got here just in time. There was a tour about to descend.
All right, y'all have them in.
Fun. And we descend into the mother of all basements, where there is an orientation of sorts. What's that?
Where you guys from?
Columbus, Georgia.
Guys, I will not be your tour guide today, but you got one catch up to him here. I'm gonna kind of fill you in. He was just telling a little story here. He was telling that the cave was found by two little boys in the late 1920s. The names of Bill Benanda and Harry Myers, and they were about 6 and 8 years old when they first found it. And they hung out in this little sinkhole here. You notice that temperature on here, it stays 58 degrees year round.
Nice.
It never changes. So you can imagine, you know, a snowy day like this, it's a nice spot to warm up. Or
Oh, yeah.
It's super hot outside and you cool down here. But they played here quite a bit, and they noticed that every time it rained, all the water would start to funnel in kind of this little spot over here. And so they moved some dirt, some rocks, and at the time, they found this little hole about this big around. And they started crawling this thing, and they realized that they found this enormous cavern. And as they grew up, they went further and further into it, and they realized that it was huge. And they never really told anybody. They kept it a secret to themselves. And when they got old enough, about 30 years later, they actually bought the land around the cavern, and we started giving tours here in 1953.
Wow.
Yes, sir. That man that sold y'all tickets, his dad was the one that found it. So,
Wow.
still in the family and everything else. Like I said, we'll head on in. Your tour guide's actually his grandson, so, and I'm his cousin, so we'll all walk in. Right? If you guys want to go right in, I'm going to follow behind you, make sure you get to where you need to be. Watch your head, and take your time, y'all.
This is cool.
That's super cool, yeah. This cavern is very large. We haven't even completely discovered all of it yet.
Wow.
And Joseph, well, he'll tell you all about it.
This is pretty cool. I don't know how often you find a thing like this that's actually owned by the original family. You're led down into the cavern via a series of staircases. These staircases just keep going down.
Watch your head.
Watch your head is usually meaningless to me. But
Well, I miss it, and I always say this, it's normally the shorter ones that bump their head. Exactly. Your tour guide is actually 6'10".
oh,
Wow.
wow.
And so, yeah, he knows all about bumping his head.
He knows every rock in the ceiling.
Absolutely. Even, I'm 6 foot, it's still, you gotta watch out.
Man, this is fantastic.
This is not even the,
Right. Just
just wait.
This is the mud room.
Exactly. You guys will head down this ramp, this little staircase here, and you'll see a group down there, and that's your group.
All right. Wow, this is unbelievable.
I'll see you back up here in about an hour.
All right, sweet. And so we go down some more.
Guys, take a right down there.
Ooh. Oh yeah, this is great. This place is enormous. Wow. The staircases just don't seem to end, and you go down into the dark. One thing about consumer-grade digital cameras is they take a lot of light, so dark areas like this are really hard to shoot unless you've got lights, which would ruin the mood. The lighting is only going to be what it is. There are little pockets of artificial light which look artsy and cool. There's a river down here. Here he's shining a flashlight onto stalactites and stalagmites. And I'm just going to go ahead and say you're not going to be able to hear a word he says. But take heart, the visuals do get better. Poor guy gives entire dissertations that I'm sure that half of his tours do not hear. The cavern is just too big. He's talking about stalactites and their growth and how slow they grow and all of that jazz, which...
We just want to be the locals.
Yeah. Run around screaming. Woohoo! Get lost. I feel like he needs a PA. I know it's dark, but you could stick multiple houses down in here. The stairs we came down are way up there. It was around this time that I realized that my cell phone would probably take better video here than the GoPro. You can hear him talking up ahead, but with the sound of the river and the wide open of the cavern, it doesn't get very far. They have a fantastic series of walkways through here. I frequently considered how well I could make this my supervillain's lair. I'm not sure I want to know how deep into the earth this thing goes. Sorry you can't hear the tour guide. There was just no way. So yeah, we can't hear a word he's saying from back here.
Okay, it's hilarious. He says, "Can you hear us all right?" And we're like, "Yeah." And then every word after that is like Charlie Brown's teacher. It's just like, stalactite. You have no idea.
No idea what to say. But people seem to be moving, so. The views inside a cavern are truly magnificent. You won't get claustrophobia in this particular cavern. It's just like being outside at night. Walking through here makes me wonder how many of these caverns exist under Townsend or under Gatlinburg or your house. You just don't know. But it's stunningly beautiful. In the background, the guide murmurs on. I'm just fascinated by all the geologic features. Every now and then you hear the guide say something and people laugh. It's kind of comical.
Right now, guys, we're at a really beautiful spot right there. Three things for that's pretty fun. And we'll figure out a really cool guy and very pretty force to be able to walk in that area. It's all over. All over Mark. Now, she's a really good figure down here. She does a lot of things. I don't know why I can tell you for a second. A lot of good stuff there, 54 gallon stuff. So there's a lot of awesome stuff here. So
On through the subterranean night. Hard to believe there's an entire river down here.
Anyways, guys, right now there's one more thing I know you'll notice is a tree. You guys will look down there real closely, you'll notice something bubbling up and out of the tree. So what you guys are seeing is actually half this tree making its way up to the ground. The water coming from this is around 99.8% pure. Okay, it's just pure limestone here. As the water makes its way through this thing as it goes, it's got a dew level of 99.8%. Now, really good stuff when you do what's draining. Here's the problem. Smelling the runoff has slowly made its way down top of the tank. So I do not recommend you drinking it today. But if you guys come back later in that week, we have a couple days or something that comes straight out. You guys put your drink.
I just know he's saying something, but darned if I know what it is.
This is limestone because it's spring water. It's not actually the exact same amount of time. Some people really want to love this thing. See, that's why. You don't have to. Another thing, you guys move right on down here. We got our next stop. It's what we like to call our balancing boulder. Now, you look right up here, you'll notice our balancing boulder. This big rock right here fell in the earthquake of 1812. It was the same earthquake that's in the Mississippi River flowing back. Well, this earthquake here, not down all the sharp up here, places to stop, and the river stop to this earthquake here. We're told on to about 14 feet. And this ledge over here, we're told on to about 16 feet. Now, we got to walk under it. Don't let it about 4 tons and it's not going to fall. Knock on wood. Now, we should be alright, guys. Now, what's up, we got? There's one spot on the shark going up. That's right down here at the top. Now, this little black ball going up.
We're just hanging out because we just can't do anything. This is going to be a visual tour.
There's a big boulder over there that apparently is bouncing, like it just slid down and
Yeah, some earthquake.
Very tall step at 60 feet off the area. So if you're going to imagine 60 feet of water pushing its way through the tank. And then watching the sound down here.
Ooh.
Hey, you can try this a bit. Pretty cool. You guys ready? You might want to have something to say. Follow me.
Okay, I gotta be honest, I don't really care about the cave facts, so it doesn't really bother me that we can't hear them. I think we could probably find out some stuff online, but it's just from being down here.
Yeah, absolutely.
oh, wow. So this boulder is just balancing here. So the best I could work out, there was an earthquake in 1812, and how they know that caused this, I don't know. But it slid down and is resting between 2 ridges. Also, I believe he said that this water is 99% pure. Should have brought a jug. You can see a better shot of that boulder that's just kind of balancing there in between 2 ledges. No telling how much that thing weighs. Then I noticed the tour was gone. I fell behind, but if I stay on the path, they'll find me. I haven't seen any people in a while. There they are. Crisis averted. Started to get a little alarmed there for a second. The dark abyss. Actually, I can see ground down there. It's very impressive. This is fantastic.
You guys enjoying?
Oh yeah, enjoying very much.
You guys, is this your first cave? By any chance?
Not our first cave. This is the first time here. Yeah. Yeah, this is way bigger.
If you guys have any questions or anything, feel free to ask me for a long time, and I'd be glad to help you guys out.
Thank you very much. I see some greenery over here.
Yes, sir. That's actually brought in by you guys, believe it. So
Really?
You guys will come through the cave, and you'll bring in little spores and seeds on your clothing. Fall off and get within the seeps and cracks in the rocks, and over time they'll eventually start to grow. So like the ferns and stuff you're seeing, that's seeds and stuff, people have brought in on their shoes and stuff
Interesting.
like that. And the moss will actually sporate down here and make its way across the walls and stuff. As long as there's some sort of light for it to grow, the humidity level in here and the humidity in the dirt, since it's a lot of it's clay,
Yeah.
this stuff down here, you would think that this would be like rock, but I can take my flashlight and hit that. That's
Oh,
just
yeah.
clay. So it holds a lot of moisture, so the plants can do really well down here if they can kind of get in the right spots.
Interesting. Very interesting. Very cool. So yeah, that's invasive basically.
Yeah. Now, if we were to cut off all the lights in here,
Yeah.
it'd all just die. It'd just
Right, yeah.
disappear. But, and that's usually what happens. There's usually a little bit more greenery than this, but what happens is we close down for about a 3-month period over the winter.
Yeah.
We close down, a lot of it ends up dying off, and then the remnants of it will bring it back up. So
Gotcha.
kind of grow back whenever we turn the lights back on.
Yeah. Interesting.
Feel free to go on and check out the great room.
Thank you. Wow.
Because it starts not in slow motion and then it slows down. You were just moving that
Wow. And if it were not for them running this place, this would just be in total, complete darkness all the time.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that's just like amazing that gets discovered. And then for thousands of years before that, like people don't know about it.
Yeah.
It's just part of the creation. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. And how much
Treasure.
how much out there have we still not found? Like most of it. Oh, this is so neat. It's the lost world. Wow. Next time, we make our way to the big room.